hopefully y'all see this later, but I did a video about being sick. So this is part 2, because I'm feeling better. That's why I'm out in the sun. I'm gonna sit out in this sun till I can't take it no more. Get the vitamin D and stuff like that. But so in my other video, I was talking about how, like, you know, you could be healthy and stuff, but you know, sickness will still come. You know, uncomfortability will come. You know, discomfort will come. And so the thing is, especially with sickness, you want to know what to do to kind of recalibrate your system to get you back in order, get you back together, get you back up and running, get you back to feeling, okay, I'm feeling better, and not feeling sluggish and, you know, just irritable and like, wow, why am I sick? Why is this happening to me? I eat well, I alkaline, I do this, I do that. And so you want to look at all of those dots and connect to why you got sick. Are you eating and then laying down and going to sleep with that food in your stomach? Are you not getting your proper rest, even with all the herbs and stuff that you use? Are you dealing with negative frequency? You want to touch. I'm not going to show my face, but I will eventually. You know, you really want to get in touch with all those aspects and parameters of what's going on without you having to run to the hospital. Because I learned that by having certain herbs in my house, if I feel like I'm nauseous, or I feel like I'm stuffed up, or I feel whatever, dizziness, whatever the case may be, I got herbs in the cabinet that I can use in powder form and in tea form and clean my blood, strengthen my blood, and recalibrate my immune system. That's what I've been doing. So last night, let me just say this. Just because you got information about stuff, if you don't use that information ain't gonna help you. You can know about herbs, crystals, shungite crystal water. You can know about a whole lot of stuff. But if you don't use that information to keep you together, or build you back up, or redirect, or reinvigorate, you're just a person that know a whole lot of stuff. And many of us, we know a whole lot of stuff. So I've had real life situations where I had to use my magic, meaning I had to use that knowledge, that wisdom, that understanding. I had to go back to maybe a video I saw, or a sister or brother who did a live and what they was talking about, or even some stuff that I may have spoken about, and I use that for what was happening in that present time and moment, because a lot of times the information that we have, you're going to need that information. The information you putting out there to other people, I'm telling you, I've seen it in my own life. A lot of it, I had to use it for myself when certain situations happen. I'm telling you. So, I'm eating some mandarins though, but like I said, you have to use the information that you get, and make sure you're constantly building on the information so that you can elevate as far as keeping your health together. I'm gonna tell you why. Because the money don't mean nothing. The clothes in the closet don't mean nothing. The cars, the houses don't mean nothing if you are sick. You ain't feeling good. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? The food in the refrigerator. You get sick, you don't even want to eat nothing. So health is the real wealth. So, from prior experience, because I don't get sick, but when I get sick, I'm sick. So I looked at, yo, how many times you get sick? Maybe once a year, or maybe years ago by, I don't get sick. So I had to evaluate what I'm doing, how I'm thinking, what I'm eating, am I getting my proper rest? I had to evaluate all of that stuff. And as I started evaluating, I said, okay, man, you got some real work to do, man. Because you know a lot of stuff. You got all this information, but now you got to really, really, really full effect work the information. So I had went back into, I had read a post a while ago where they said you shouldn't eat after 8 and that you should be in bed before 10, because around 10 your body starts healing and repairing itself. So I did that last night, right? And believe you me, I was tempted to have some dates and some organic ruffles, but I said, nah, I'm not doing that. I really need to start something new. You know, even though I'm already doing stuff, but I need to add stuff on top of the stuff that I'm already doing. You know what I'm saying? The more you add on, the better for you. You know what I'm saying? Because, look, I don't know about you, man. The health is the real wealth. You know, but like I said, life happens, we get sick. That's just the way it's set up. You're going to go through trials and tribulations, ups and downs, turnarounds, and stuff like that. It's like a merry-go-round, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, you're going to have the right tools and information to recalibrate yourself. Whether you get angry, you feel sad, you feel lonely, you got to have tools in place to offset those energies to put you always in the winning position after it's all over. Why? Because the goal is to be at peace. The goal is to be winning within. And it has nothing to do with letting people know you're winning. It's you know that you're winning because you've gotten better with yourself pertaining to different things that you may have dealt with growing up, in the here and now, and prepping for the future. That, we really don't know what the future's going to bring, but we can have some kind of tools in place to hopefully prepare ourselves. So, getting back to being sick or getting sick. I had to look at the frequencies and the energies and everything. So last night, I said to myself, yo, you know what? You're always on your cell phone. Now guess what? That cell phone is radiation, y'all. I'm going to say it again. I be on my cell phone a lot, even though I got my shungite thing on it, but still. I said, I am not going to get on the cell phone to look at Instagram likes anymore, Facebook likes anymore, or just being on the cell phone, scrolling and not really doing nothing and wasting time. Why? That's radiation that I am subjecting my system to. And that can also lower your immune system. It can do that. Because if you're getting up in the morning, first thing you do, cell phone in your hand, right? Throughout the whole day, you got your cell phone in your hand. At night, you got your cell phone in the hand, right? You're in the bathroom, you got the cell phone in your hand. That's a lot of radiation that you're giving to yourself on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? And even if you're going to do that, you want to be properly gridded with certain stones. But still, so I said to myself, I'm gonna learn better cell phone management. So I said, if I'm going to be making some changes, I had to look at where was most of my time going to. A lot of it was on that cell phone unnecessarily. So last night, I put the cell phone down. I had on the computer though, because sometimes, I don't know about you, I'll be on the computer and the cell phone be right next to the computer. I can do the same thing on the computer. So by me putting the cell phone down, right, putting it to the side, away from me, if I wanted to check something out online, the computer's already on. So I don't need the computer, and I don't need the cell phone.
You mind I say here for a minute?
I don't need both of those energies of radiation compromising my immune system. So I put the cell phone down. I woke up this morning. I did not pick the cell phone up. Normally when I get out of bed, that cell phone is in my hand. But I didn't do that. And guess what? I felt better. You know, I still went online. Yeah, I had the computer on, but I had a cell phone in my hand. So I said, what I'm going to use my cell phone for is to make a call, right? To receive a call. And if I'm out and about on the bus or the train, I'm not going to be scrolling, looking at my cell phone, wasting time. I'm going to have a book in my bag and use that cell phone for contact, not for like all day long, your neck is bent down, your neck start hurting and all. I'm telling you. Again, if you're doing that month after month after month, your neck start hurting. I'm telling you, because it's radiation. So, 8 o'clock, I didn't eat no food. 10 o'clock, I was in the bed. I woke up this morning, no cell phone in my hand when I first got up. The only reason why I'm on a cell phone now, because I'm doing a live. But what I'm just trying to say is that you want to protect your immune system. You want to look at what are you eating, what are you doing that's messing up your immune system. You have to do that because as you get older, your body starts breaking down. And if you're doing certain things, if you're not getting your proper rest, right? If you're not eating right, getting sunlight, exercise, walking, doing certain things to release tension and release stuff, you're compromising your immune system, you're compromising your peace of mind, you're compromising your health. Now, when I did the first live, I wasn't intending on doing the second live. The second live came in after I started the first live. I had to reevaluate why. I said, damn, why am I sick? I do the herbs, I do the crystals, I do this. And then I had to look at attitude. I had to look at my sleeping habits, my eating habits, even though I eat healthy. But still, if you're eating and going to sleep, that food sits in your stomach. So what, I'm eating organic black rice and wild caught salmon and all that. But the thing is, if you're laying down with that food not properly digested, now what happens is parasites and all that other stuff, and your system is not properly working. So what I'm saying here is that the goal is to look at your life and say to yourself, what is it that I need to do that's going to make me feel better about living, about what it is that I'm doing, and how can I incorporate more of it in my life? Let me tell y'all this. Most of y'all know, you probably spend 4, 5, 6, 7 hours on your cell phone, depending on, what your position is or whatever, wasting your time. could have been reading a book, you could have been writing a song, you could have been painting, you could have been doing a whole host of different things. So hopefully this video is going to help you, because the Creator wants me to speak about this, because I guess most of us are faced with this situation with the cell phone. But taking it deeper, the cell phones emit radiation, and they will compromise our immune system. So the reason why I'm pausing, because I'm eating mandarins too. The sun feels so good. So what I'm saying is that we want to look at, where's our time going? What am I doing with the time? Am I on Facebook all day long? Ain't nothing wrong with being on Facebook. If I'm going to be on Facebook, I'm trying to, show y'all some stuff. But then I had to look at, am I bending down 2-3 hours looking at that cell phone to the point where my neck is hurting? So the next day, damn, I'm like, man, why my neck hurting? If you look at months that go by, years that go by, after a while, that's going to cause some, I think it's called vertebrae. Yeah, I think it's called vertebrae. I'm not too sure. But that's going to cause some kind of neck damage. So I did it the first night. I implemented that. And then today, like I said, when I woke up, I didn't get on the cell phone. And then when I did get on the cell phone, I had in my mind that, yo, I'm not going to let it control me. I'm going to control it. So it's about monitoring yourself and catching yourself. And I said, hold up, can't do that, because that is not what the new plan is. Now I'm looking at things from more of a deeper health aspect, and just saying, use the cell phone to receive calls, to make calls if needed, but not spend those hours overly on the cell phone, wasting time. To where your neck is hurting, you're irritable, the next thing you know, because of radiation, right? You're irritable, and the radiation lowers your immune system. Even though we do have things, where that you can get, like pendants and certain other stones that can protect you from the radiation. But what I'm really trying to say here is that we don't want to be spending time, wasting time doing nothing. Okay, cell phones are cool, we know that. But what I'm saying is, let's use it as, like I tell people, let your smartphone make you smarter. This is what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? And it's not to bash nobody or put nobody down. This is a message from the universe, man. Because y'all know people be texting and driving, walking, head down, they don't care. Or, listen, I done seen all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us are caught up in that. So last night, I put what I just made mention in effect. I felt good about it. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just a matter of sticking with the new plan. See, the deal is that you can always make new plans. Even if you've been doing something for years, you can always make new plans to do something different. It don't always got to be the same thing every day. And if it is, you want to ask yourself, are you progressing? Is it prosperous for you? If you're not progressing and it's not prosperous for you, then you're wasting your time, literally. And you don't need me to tell you that. All you do is just look at what you're doing when it comes to health, when it comes to information, when it comes to cell phone usage, computer usage, all these different devices that we use to make us feel either down. We got the modern technology and stuff like that. We want to use it accordingly to where we're not harming ourselves. And this is the key. So now, I was talking about in the first video, right? That I was listening to this other brother. He's a master herbalist on Facebook, right? And he was saying how once you kill the parasites, then you can kill the viruses. And I was like, wow, I never looked at it like that before. So I was saying to myself, most sickness is in the blood. So that means that if you're getting sick, there's something in your blood. That's why they take blood when you go to the hospital. They take blood. They want to know what's in the blood. And if it's a good doctor, they're going to tell you the truth. You know, but if it's not a good doctor, they're going to tell you a bunch of stuff just to get you to buy stuff to support the medical industry. So make a long story short, right? What you really, really want to do is this here. This is what you really, really want to do. You want to focus more on you, getting yourself together. You want to focus more on you, elevating yourself. You want to focus more on you, understanding yourself. You want to focus more on you, learning more about yourself. You want to focus more on you, overcoming a lot of those inconsistencies about yourself and in yourself that you know about, that maybe other people care about you, have brought to your attention, and they did it in a loving way. Sometimes they didn't do it in a loving way. Sometimes they did it in a harsh way. You couldn't accept the truth, but you know, sometimes, you know what I'm saying, sometimes, you know, we don't want, you know, nobody can tell us anything that's nice and stuff, so we tend to take it. No, you good. No, that's okay. I hear you. You favor a friend of mine's a little bit. Yeah. Okay. So make a long story short, right? What we want to do is we just want to really get in contact with ourselves more and just figure some things out, and you know, keep our health together. I'm telling you, man, that health is so very, very important. I'm gonna put the phone back now because y'all really don't need to see my face. You can hear my voice. Because like I said, I don't know about you, but getting sick is a wake-up call. It is. I see numerous people say, oh, y'all pray for me, I gotta go get surgery and this and that. That creates fear. You know, because a lot of times we have lost so much touch with who we are that we don't even know how we work. We don't know how our body works. We don't know how our system works. We don't know, you know, what to do when certain things happen to us. We don't know what to do. Yeah. And what happens is we suffer, you know, unnecessarily. Or we, you know, we lose pieces and parts of ourselves because of our actions or our inactions pertaining to keeping our health together, keeping our minds together, keeping ourselves together, and really doing what we need to do besides try to make all the money and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And so, here's the solution. The solution is this here. You can inbox me if you got any questions. You want to learn what herbs you should have in your home, and that's like I'm repeating myself. You want to learn what herbs you should have in your home, so if you're feeling sick, you will know what to do, how to use the herbs, how to clean your blood, how to strengthen your blood, how to recalibrate your immune system. The herbs, the sea moss, the black seed oil, the colloidal silver, the oregano oil, And there's a few others that I haven't made mention, but a lot of them we have and we've used. And so the deal is, and the key is, we want to make sure that we are doing things that's going to really keep us together, and that's going to keep our immune system feeling well, and we're feeling well, and we're not letting life overwhelm us because of some poor decision that others are making for us because we don't trust ourselves enough to take care of ourselves, so we put it in somebody else's hands, or because of things from the past that happen to come back and bite you in the ass. Excuse my French. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you can, you know, start eating right, doing this right, but you got to remember, what were you doing prior to you became vegan? What were you doing prior before you became alkaline? What were you doing prior before you said, I'm not going to smoke cigarettes no more? What were you doing prior? We said, okay, I'm not drinking no more. I'm not smoking weed or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So you want to look at the prior things, and then you want to say, okay, maybe this is because of what I had did a while ago. Because sometimes the past will come back. You know what I'm saying? And so it's not about making you feel bad about what's happening. The key and the goal is to understand that this is happening, and now what is it that I can do? Me, the person who's hearing my voice. Because remember, you have to live inside your body. You can be around a lot of people, but you have to live inside of your body. You know, and I've been telling people this, most of y'all who know me, I always say, you gotta become your own best friend, you gotta become your own best company, and you gotta love yourself on a deeper level. And that entails you getting to know what makes you tick, what makes you angry, what makes you sad, what makes you, whatever it is that you're dealing with. Why you keep holding on to this, why you keep reliving certain things, because we all go through that. You're not by yourself. But the key is we want to have an understanding, hopefully. The sun feels so good. We want to hopefully have an understanding that this is what we can do to better our situation. We're not going to live forever, which is true, but you want to make sure at least, you know, you got some quality of life going on. How you doing, man? All right now. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure that you got some quality of life going on, to where you ain't got to take 1,000 pills. You ain't got to be running back and forth to the doctor. You ain't got to be running back and forth getting scripts filled out for this and for that and blah, blah, blah. When hopefully all you got to do is make a decision on, yo, let me learn how my body works, and let me learn what it is I need to do to get myself together. And, you know, you may have to take baby steps. So if you like eating ice cream 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, you may have to say, yo, let me stop doing that. I mean, it's a process. You know what I'm saying? It's a process. And so don't feel that what you're hearing is to condemn you, because it's not. It's just for you to understand that it is part of life. It's something that we all go through. We all have issues. We all have problems. We're all working through some things. We're all trying to figure things out. Nobody's perfect. But the main thing is that you start looking at what it is you need to do pertaining to what it is you want to do pertaining to why you need to do it, and stop bullshitting. You know what I'm saying? Really get serious about some stuff, and then make the necessary moves, right? Small moves. You don't got to make big moves. You make small little moves that will be rewarding. Because the key is, the reward is that you're taking better care of yourself. The reward is that you're taking time out for yourself. The reward is that you're getting a better understanding of yourself and what makes you who you are. It's sort of like this. When you turn your phone on, right? Hopefully you're not an operator, right? All I know how to do is turn it on. I know how to scroll, but there's other stuff my phone can do that I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? So you want to at least, you know, have an understanding of the operating system. You want to understand your operating system. You want to understand your operating system. So once you begin to understand your operating system, hopefully you will be able to deal with other people and understand their operating system. Because everybody operates from different systems and perceptions. Okay? Some of us are on the same page, but the majority are not. I even had to look at where I was saying, oh, about COVID, this and that. I said, you know what? Don't even talk about that, man. Focus on what you got to do for yourself. Keep your peace of mind. Focus on, you know what I'm saying, planting your garden, your inner garden, your outer garden. And don't worry about all this other outside stuff that technically, some things we have control over, and there's some things we don't. So I'm going to make sure I keep my immune system strong. I'm going to do my meditations. I'm going to connect with right people. And then in a lot of situations and cases, I'm not going to even open my mouth. I'm going to be quiet. Yeah. You know? Because even with all that we know, sometimes we want to, you know, be outspoken and let people know, yeah, I know this, I know that. And that's cool. But then in a lot of situations, sometimes it's best, like, I should have wore the shorts, man. I got these jeans on. You know, and a lot of situations, it's best to, like, keep things to yourself and use the information to make you better. Because like I said, the information, I want y'all to hear me, all this stuff that you know, all the information that you got, all that knowledge about this, about that, blah, 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 X, Y, and Z. That information is information that you are going to have to use at various degrees and aspects when certain things happen in life. And sometimes we don't use that information when certain things happen. You know, I can admit to that. So what I'm learning more and more and more, use the information, use the information, use the information, okay? Because if you're going to be having conversations with people, right, and you tell them, oh, I'm dealing with this, I'm dealing with that, and then they give you good information, use the information, use the information. Don't be telling people, oh, I'm dealing with this, I'm dealing with that, and then they give you information and you don't even use it. Because you're wasting your time. Because you got a lot of people who got good information that can help you, that can help us. So you want to use the information or stop telling people what you're dealing with. Stop telling people what you're going through. Keep that stuff to yourself, because if they give you good information and you don't use it, then it's a waste of time. How you doing, Mamita? Everything is good.
That's good, that's good.
Yeah, I missed the other guy.
Yeah. Makes a year next month.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's nice out today. Beautiful. Yeah.
I can't wait for it to cold.
I hear you. So that's basically what you really want to do if you hear my voice. And I'm talking to myself too. But like I said, getting back to getting sick. I use my wormwood. I use my elderberry, right? And I use some other herbs I got, like ginger, ververin. I know I'm not pronouncing it right. Sarsaparilla. And so my blends are low now. So once they're low, now what I'm gonna do, I got some organic beets. I'm gonna blend me some beets and burdock, and maybe throw a little yellow dot with the shungite crystal water. So basically what that's going to do is that's going to be like a powerful infusion to my blood. And the reason why is because disease lives in blood. So you want to make sure that if you're feeling sick, you want to put herbs in your blood that's going to clean your blood, strengthen your blood, give you the burst of energy, and bring you out of that sickness, that funk of being ill and being sick. Because if not, now you are creating a movement of, oh, I'm sick, I don't feel good, instead of saying, yo, let me get proactive here. Boom, I'm feeling this, I'm feeling that. Boom, boom, boom. What herb do I got to use? Whatever. Or what crystal do I got to use? who I got to talk to that can, you know, give me some insight on what it is maybe that I should do as far as minerals are concerned. We ain't talking about vitamins, talking about minerals and stuff like that. But the key is when you have dealt with sickness, right, and you go into your cabinet and you use your concoctions and you start feeling better, then you know what I'm talking about. And see, it's a blessing to be able to do that, because now you're using your goddess-like power to heal yourself, because that's what the Creator wanted you to do. And I'm not no Christian, but in the Bible it says, I've given you every herb as a healing for the nation. So my thing is that we really want to elevate ourselves. That's what we want to do. This sun feels real good. I should have worn my shorts, man, but it is what it is. But yeah, but like I said, this is what we really want to do. We want to get information. We want to use the information. We don't want to just be quoting stuff, and then when something happens, we don't use the information to bring us back to the winning position of winning within. It's not about showing people we winning. It's not about showing people I know this, I know that, you don't know this, you don't know that. It's about you standing in that knowledge. That knowledge that you got, that knowledge that you know. You standing in it and you utilizing it to elevate yourself, your spirit, your emotions, your health, your well-being. That's the key. Because all you got to do is just look around you. There's a lot of us walking around very sick. And a lot of us don't know what to do. And we're just depending on other people to take care of us. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm saying depending on how you live, some of y'all may not have family members who want to drop everything to come help you. Okay? The kids may be on the other side or somewhere. So they may not stop and come and try to come help you. So you got to know how to help you. So if push come to shove, yo, they can't fly 200 miles at the drop of a hat. Or they may have their own issues going on. So what are you going to do? You want to make sure that you have certain tools. Also certain books too. There's certain books I got, and I'm recommending everybody. A lot of the books we have, but inbox for the information. There's certain books you should have. There's certain herbs you should have. There's certain information you should have. And I've been telling a lot of y'all. Many of y'all has gotten on board. You need to be checking out the Shungite Crystal Water Packs. You can alkaline your water and restructure your water. Inbox. I've been telling y'all that. A lot of y'all know about that Shungite. You know, a lot of y'all know. And then you want to have Shungite pyramids throughout your home to protect against the radiation. Now, getting back to the cell phone thing, because that's what jumped in my head. So, by me doing what I did last night, not holding that cell phone unnecessarily in my hand, not doing shit, caught up in the radiation buzz. Because another thing, Dr. Layla Africa said that the reason why, you know, a lot of us are so drawn to the cell phones, because if you got melanin, your melanin absorbs more radiation than other cultures and stuff like that. Yeah, so, you know, so here's the deal. We want to do our best, because from what I've read, and I'm going to try to find it and post it, get in the bed before 10 o'clock so our body can heal and restructure. Try not to eat after 8 o'clock. But if you do get an urge for something sweet or whatever, make you a smoothie, a sweet smoothie. Have it in the fridge. And just drink a little bit of it to quench that sweet tooth. I find dates. Dates are very good. Make a Shungite date smoothie. You know what I'm saying? Because in the beginnings, you know what I'm saying, it may be a little difficult. But once you start implementing certain habits or new ways of living and new ways of doing things for yourself, because you're not doing it for me, I'm not doing it for you. We are doing it for the individual selves who can hopefully teach, you know, maybe people who are open-minded and want to say, yo, you know what? I saw you last year. You was overweight. You know what I'm saying? Skin was dark, eyes were dark. And now I see that, you know, you on this new herbal thing, you know, boom, boom, boom. Hey, I want to learn and be seriously committed. Now, if they're saying that, and now you seeing them really committing where they're doing, you know, the programs that you may have information about, and they ain't talking about, oh, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. No, they doing it right then and there. They say, okay, so how do we facilitate plan of action? I always use that word. Okay, well, it may where, you know, it may cost this, or you may have to watch this video, or whatever the case may be. Or guess what? Just throw me $20. I got you. You know, whatever, just to start them on the journey. And then if they're serious about it, then from there you can facilitate plan of action. You know, I always use that word. You know what I'm saying? And then that tells me if they're serious about facilitating plan of action. And that's a power word. Are you ready to facilitate plan of action? Okay, this is going to cost this. This is going to cost that. Do you have a blender? Yes, I have a blender. Okay, well, we got in powder form, or do you like making teas? Go back. And that's how you know, because a lot of times we don't want to be wasting our time with people, giving them information, right? Even though we doing it out of love, you know what I'm saying? And then they be like, oh, okay, whatever. I ain't got no time for that. Why? Because I'm serious about this thing here. Why? It's like I said, we all will get sick one day. We'll deal with some kind of illness. We'll deal with some kind of circumstance. That's just the way life is set up. And so, being that it's set up like that, we want to set ourselves up to make sure that we're properly set up to deal with whatever it may be that's happening at that given time. And this is what we want to do. You know, we want to be prepared, especially health-wise. Yeah, especially health. I don't know about y'all, but when COVID first happened, I wasn't running to the store to get toilet paper. I stacked up on sea moss, my herbs. I got plenty of shungite. Listen, I stacked up on my herbs and stuff like that, because the herbs can sustain the body. Everybody ran and got disinfected in toilet paper. Me? Herbs, sea moss. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. My little organic fruits and stuff. Put them in the refrigerator, freeze them, because I don't eat red meat, so I had space in the refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? I bought me a big pot. I clean my organics with the shungite crystal water packs. I put all my bananas, my organic bananas, the small ones, right? The burrows, those are the real bananas, right? And I took my berries, my strawberries and stuff, and just put everything in that pot, put it in the freezer, and then when it came time to make my smoothie, I would take it out a little bit. I'll make me some organic ice pops, and then I'll make my little blends. And another thing too, I was making blends ahead of time. So I got I'll make 3 blends. And another thing too I learned, I used to drink the whole blend, but I started realizing you can drink half of the blend. And the reason why is because you may have to go out. And those blends, they clean your system out. You know? So I would drink half of a blend, or maybe a little swallow of the blend. Take my black seed oil, you know what I'm saying? My colloidal silver, my oregano oil, you know, stuff for immune support. And then from there, like I said, connecting on a deeper level, getting the right rest, dealing with the eating, excuse me, you know what I'm saying? It's saying, okay, I'm going to recommit on a different level. Because even with having the knowledge about everything I just made mention of, my sleep was off, and sometimes I would eat, even though it's organic, or, you know, food that I felt was okay, you know what I'm saying, no chemicals or whatever, you know. And then if I did eat a piece of Texas fried chicken, I knew I'm drinking my blender next day, I can clean up. But I'm saying really, like, getting serious about this. Because if you're going to be down, you might as well be down. I mean, if you're going to be committed, you might as well be committed. If you know that this is really no good, then you got to say, hold up. Number one, this ain't electric. Number two, this is no good. Number three, let me study the chemical ingredients. Let me study, you know, all that. Another thing, too, we got to look at. When we buy outside food, what kind of oil are they frying the food in? Listen, I'm telling you, man, this thing gets deep here. That's why you got to start somewhere. You start small. So now, kind of like bringing it all home, after I looked at everything, I said, okay, that sleep is important. I said, Gary, the sleep is important. You staying up 2, 3 o'clock doing tracks. Nothing to. I had to have a talk with myself. I said, you done did thousands of songs, man, right? Okay, I enjoy doing music. And a few people said, yo, man, I like your stuff, man. Now I need to start loading my stuff up on different streaming platforms. So that's my next goal. You know what I'm saying? So that way, you know what I'm saying, if you want to, you know, go to certain sites, which I will be making known eventually, you can, you know what I'm saying, purchase a song if you like it or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, you know, we got a lot of talents and we're very creative, but a lot of times we the only ones that's hearing our talent. And sometimes the creator gives you this talent so the world can hear it and get inspired. You know, so I had to look at everything, man. I had to look at the shucking and jiving, having the wisdom, the knowledge and understanding, and not fully using it. All that, man. All that. Because that causes sickness. That causes discomfort. That causes insanity. Another thing, too, I had to look at my thoughts, why I think the way I think. Then I had to go back to child. I had to go, I mean, listen. And here's the deal. It's a constant looking in. I'm going to say it again. It's a constant looking in. You got to look in. You're too busy looking outside. Look inside of you and figure out why you are, what makes you feel the way you feel. Figure you out. You ain't got to be trying to showboat for people. Technically, they got their own life. You know what I'm saying? Focus on, yo, let me look inside myself and see what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? Am I a show off? Am I a bragger? Oh, do I want everybody to know how good I'm doing? But yet, inside, I don't feel good about myself. Yo, you're going to be with you for some time. So you might as well connect those inner soul dots to the life path, frequency, elevation, healing of who you are so you could be happy. No matter what happens, you know that you got places that you can find your happiness in. Happiness in within. And then when you meet other happy people within, then you can expand on that happiness, and then everybody's happy together. And even if they're not, you are, because you got to live inside of your body. I'm telling you, it's a process. And hopefully, you know, we'll get it. So the knowledge that we got to use it. Life is going to show up, and we're going to have to use it. And it seems like every time I do a live or something, the same thing I speak about, it'll present itself. I'm like, okay, now what do I do? We just gave this dope live. Speaking some deep stuff. Now what are you going to do? You got some asshole up in your face, or some ignorant person in your face, or some crazy person up in your face, or somebody just bumped you or whatever, or come on, y'all know how life happens unexpectedly. So my thing is, what do? We try to do the best thing that is best for us to safely navigate. First within, and then navigate outside of us. To stay out of the fray. It's not going to be easy because a lot of us, like Neely Fuller said, we have been poisoned. All of us got poison in us. Yeah, but the key is we recognize it and we just do the cosmic soul work and we'll get better at getting better. That's the key. We want to get better at getting better. We're getting back. And then I'm going to end the live. You will be faced with maybe getting sick or different trials and tribulations. The deal is, if you got the right herbs in your cabinet, you can nurse yourself back. And you can feel a little bit better than you have felt prior. This is what we want to do. We get well, we should already have in our cabinet certain herbs. You can inbox me and I'll tell you what those herbs are. And so, what we really, really want to do is just get ourselves situated. And once we do that, we'll be a little bit better as we live in this world. That's the key. Getting better at getting better. And it's not for nobody but for you. But if you have a family and people are looking up to you, depending on you, admire your wisdom, your knowledge and understanding, then that means that you really got to get better at getting better. Because you got people looking at you for guidance, for direction, and for information. And you may not be always at your best. That's why you got to be so intuitive to yourself that you can see, yo, man, I'm fucking up. Let me pull back. Yo, this ain't working out right. Let me pull back. Hold up. Can't say that. Hold up. Let me just walk away. You got to be so in tune to all of that. That's what knowledge is. That's what wisdom is. That's what information is. And it's not easy to always do. You practice. Just like last night, I practiced. I got in that bed before 10. I didn't eat nothing after 8. I woke up feeling refreshed. I said, wow. And I didn't get on the cell phone when I first got up. Because I'm looking at the cell phone differently now. It's for me to receive calls and to make calls. It's not for me to be having my neck looking at it all damn day, doing the same thing with it. Not unless you're conducting business. And you gotta be on it like that. But if you don't, then you're in a zombie-like state. I'm gonna call it cellular, zombie-like infused state. That's what I'm gonna call it. And so, you know, I was able to see that I was kind of caught up. But as I was watching myself, I said, yo, dude, what you doing, man? This ain't for constructive reasoning. This ain't for constructive usage of ability. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta, like, watch yourself. Meaning, you know you sitting down, right? Now, look at yourself. Watch yourself. Start peeping out your moves. You know? And then, you know, you can say, okay, yeah, man, I got to tighten up this. I got to do this. I got to do that, so on and so forth. So, look, I just wanted to let y'all know that information, you can inbox me. Okay? I feel good about that move I made last night. I'm going to keep y'all posted. All right? And, you know, it's doable. And get out. You know what I'm saying? Even if money is low or whatever, go sit in the park, man. Get under the sun. Let that sun hit you to where you're so hot that you can't take it no more. That's when you know you got that 20 minutes of vitamin D. You need that. You know? Make sure, you know, you take heed. If you don't understand, you can always inbox. Because I'm telling you, my journey, my experience. We all got an experience, we all got a journey, and each journey is similar. It's just that you went through it at a different time, or you're going through it at a different time, or you feel it differently. But when you look at it, it deals with emotions, it deals with feelings, right? Emotions and feelings, right? And sometimes when you get sick, you deal with emotions and feelings, because you may not don't want to be bothered. You may be irritable. But when you got... But when you got the right herbs in your home, you can do your concoctions and you can fix yourself up. That's what we want to do. We don't want to fix ourselves up. So if you watch this later, awesome. I got a lot out of what was said because it was inspired. I'm the Cosmic Shaman. It's so cosmic.